Welcome to the Modern SD. I am Coraline, your host, and this is the podcast where we keep it real about life as an esthetician. Each week, I'll share tips, lessons, and motivations to help you grow your business and thrive in this amazing industry. Whether you're just starting out or looking for a boost, this is your space to get inspired and level up. Let's dive in and get into today's episode. Welcome back for another episode of the Modern SD. I'm so happy you guys are back here and listening to this podcast. This episode is inspired by a quote that I seen on social media, and honestly, I feel like it resonated with me so much. The quote is, "You're not lost, you're just in the part no one warns you about." And when I read that, I was just like, damn. So this episode is especially for all the incredible women out there building their business, navigating the twists and the turns of an industry that's as competitive as it is inspiring. You know, when you first step into the beauty world, you probably envision, the fun stuff like the glitz, the glamour, and the smooth path to success. But as many of you have experienced, the reality is often a bit more complex. So today we're going to talk about those moments, the times when you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or uncertain, moments that are mentioned in in school or in social media highlight reels. And here's the truth. You're not lost. You're exactly where you need to be. In our industry, the focus is often on the final results, whether that's, with client transformations, the viral tutorials, the perfect business success stories. We all end up looking at the final results, but what about the behind the scenes struggles? What about the days filled with doubt, when the challenges seem too big and the competition too fierce? These are the parts no one warns you about. The days when you question if you're in the right path, when setbacks feel like personal failures, and when the dreams of owning your own business seems just out of reach. I want you to know from my own journey and from the stories shared by so many brilliant women in our community that these moments are not a sign that you're lost. They are the parts where growth is happening, even if it doesn't feel that way in that moment. So let's get real for a moment. Like building a business in the beauty industry is not just about like perfecting a product or a service. It's about building a vision, creating a brand, and finding your unique voice in this crowded market. And yes, that means there will be hurdles, moments of self-doubt, financial uncertainty, and even creative blocks. But remember this. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, The struggles is part of the process. Instead of seeing these challenges as roadblocks, it's important to see them as a way to kind of guide you to the right direction, and view them as like stepping stones that are shaping you into a more resilient entrepreneur or provider. I've once found myself in a period where nothing seemed to go right. Not too long ago, I was juggling, working another job, trying to innovate my business, and also managing my everyday life. It felt like I was stuck in a maze with no exit in sight. But as I learned to trust the process and lean into the struggle, I discovered hidden strengths I never knew I had. For many of us, the fog of uncertainty can be paralyzing when you're not sure on which way to go. It's easy to feel as if you're drifting aimlessly. So here are a few strategies that can help you navigate these uncertain times that I feel like has helped me. And is one, pause and reflect. Take a moment each day to step back from the hustle. Reflect on your achievements, reflect on your day, no matter how small, and remind yourself of the progress you've made. Two, seek out someone in your community or like a mentor or even someone online that you find most inspiring, and try to learn from them. I've learned is the value of surrounding yourself with like-minded people who understand your journey. That really helps with guiding you and reassuring you during those uncertain times. Three, I would say embrace continuous learning. The beauty industry is constantly evolving. So when you take the time to learn a new technique or stay updated with the industry, I feel like you'll feel more confident and make decisions that drive your business forward. Four, like always, celebrate the small wins, because if you wait and wait and wait until you reach the end, you're going to miss everything that has happened. So celebrate the small wins, and give yourself credit during the times that you need it most. And lastly is trust your intuition. In a world of endless advice and opinions and so many posts on what to do, what not to do, just trust yourself, step away from the media, and, sometimes you're the person who's going to answer those questions that you are looking for. There's a saying, I feel like in our industry or in general, is when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I've seen firsthand how challenges can lead to innovation. That period when you feel lost might just be the moment you need to pivot, explore new opportunities, or even redefine what success means to you. It's in these moments that you truly discover your capacity to grow. It's always important to remember that you are stronger than you think, and every challenge you face is an opportunity to build that inner strength and resilience. It's important to believe in your ability to navigate these tough times and come out the other side winning, and ready for the next chapter. As women, we often juggle so many roles, creative, entrepreneur, mentor, and sometimes even, the family's rock, if you're a mom. But the beauty industry, while glamorous on the surface, comes with its own unique set of challenges that are rarely discussed openly. This is an industry where it's a luxury, it's not a necessity, so we have to try harder to make things happen. But here's the message I want to leave with you today. It's okay to feel like you're in a dark place. It doesn't mean you're lost. It doesn't mean you lost your way. It just means you're in a part of a journey that no one really talks about. So let's shift the narrative. Instead of masking the struggles, let's celebrate them as essential chapters in our story. It's these chapters that make our successes even more powerful and our voices more authentic. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want to encourage you to look at your journey with new eyes. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and most importantly, trust that every twist and turn is part of a larger, beautiful story that is uniquely yours. So reflect on these thoughts, What challenges have you faced that you now see as a stepping stone? How can you turn today's struggle into tomorrow's success? What steps can you take right now to align your vision and goals? So just think about those and just write it down and just sit with yourself a little bit on that. And remember, the beauty industry isn't just about makeup and aesthetics and all that. It's about creativity, innovation, and the courage to pursue your dreams. You know, you're not lost. You're exactly where you need to be. This part of the journey, though it's challenging, is where true transformation happens. Your struggles are the building blocks of your success, and every setback is a setup for a powerful comeback. But thank you guys so much for listening to The Modern SD. I hope you feel inspired and ready to keep growing. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share with a friend, or leave a review. Keep going, keep learning, and I'll see you next time. Bye.